What's poppin', T-Subs and T-Squad, and happy Wednesday, hump day to y'all, child. First and foremost, before I get this review, I definitely want to thank each and every last one of you guys for running up the numbers around there to the best of the Whether You Like It or Not panel video that I uploaded yesterday for last night. Y'all been running them numbers up. Y'all been loving it and all that good stuff. And I can't take the credit for that. I know I've been doing funny moments of my own content, but this was something that this was JoJo's doing with help from CCF Freak. So I can't take no credit for none of that. I know I've been doing funny moments, but this was had everything to do with the Whether You Like It or Not panel and JoJo and CCF Freak. So I want to make sure I don't want to take no credit from that. Ooh. Hold on. It's some on my camera, my lens. I don't like it. The monitor, whatever. It's irking me. Anyway, so I definitely want to thank y'all for doing that and continue to run up them damn numbers, if you don't mind. Now we can talk about what we're here to talk about. Real Housewives of New Jersey, I almost said 2. Season 13, episode 2, Family, Family, Family. Now listen, let me start off by saying this. I think this season is going to be okay, but I feel like if you wanted to get better, you going to have to stand more hoes in front of the damn firing squad other than malnourished Jackie. No shade. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, I'm not going to say who need to be escorted in front of the firing squad blindfolded. I'm not going to say who need to be there. But I'm going to let y'all do that in the comments. But I just feel like if y'all wanted to go from good to great, from great to, extravagant and so on and so forth, yeah, I think y'all need to have some other people, walking the Green Mile again high noon. But this episode, it was okay. It wasn't bad. So family, family, family. Dear God. So the episode starts off where it left off with last week, and that was with Jen getting D-Lo all the way together her and clawed her an old purse. That still takes me up. I can't even lie. That still takes me up. So y'all know I live for D-Lo, but that one got me. So D-Lo tells the ladies how she felt about the conversation and the relationship with Jen. But D-Lo is done at this point. She says, listen, I ain't got no time for that. I'm not dealing with that. I ain't did nothing to that little girl. So since it's all of that, she could just forget about me. She said because she turned on all of those other ladies for her, and this is how she gets treated. Now, I don't consider you telling the other ladies they also share a blame in what went down between them and Jennifer as you turning on them. You're not turning on them, you just being real. That's not turning on them. Turning on them is you just completely dismissing them, dismissing their feelings, and you just not rocking with them no more, and you just surely up Jen's puss. That's turning on somebody. You simply saying, friend, I understand how you feel and I get it. But at the end of the day, you also share a blame and a lot of that. So in order for y'all to get past it, all of y'all are gonna have to hold some accountability. I don't consider that as you turning on them. But whatever. I mean, listen, we all got our own definitions of turning on somebody. I mean, I ain't saying I'm right. I ain't saying she wrong. I'm just saying for me, I don't consider you letting them know, bitch, you was just as wrong as she was. Stop that. I don't consider that you turning on them, but whatever. Getting past that because I'm over it already. And this is only episode 2. I'm over it. The salamander at home, and she's getting her invites ready for her wedding that she then has to turn around and redo because somebody named Ramona, I think, want Ramona on the New York Housewives or the Beverly Hills Housewives. It was one of the two. I remember Ramona. Was it the Beverly Hills one or was it the New York one? Y'all get me together in the comments. But she sent her one and she broadcasted it all over social media. Yes, I'm skipping because this happened later on, but we just gonna add the two together. We find out later on that Ramona got sent one. Ramona placarded it all over her social media. And the salamander said that she just wanted her ceremony to be private or whatever the case may be. And because she did that, now she has to make new invitations, which is the stupidest ish I have ever heard in my damn life. Like, everybody know you getting married, Salamander. That was your whole storyline last season with the whole engagement and all of the rest of this stuff. So people knew that you got married. Plus, you have it shown on TV. You're sending out invitations, so it's still private. Like look, listen. I guess when you rich and fabulous like that, and you got the money to blow, you could just do stuff like that. So who am I to tell this woman what she can or can't do with her damn money? Moving on. She worked real hard on the Round Dead to the Animal Planet and Zaboomafoo and National Geographic with her salamander looking ass. So I ain't even about to get her much. That's your coin. Do what you do. Moving on. I guess that's the residuals from playing Spyro. Yeah. who was it that called her Spyro the Dragon? They said that she looked like that. I can't think of who it was. I think it was my cousin. And I gagged at that. Moving on. So, Melissa and the bitch boy at home packing for an award show that they got in LA that Melissa and the Salamander is hosting together, I assume. And they're still upset that Louis called her insecure. Listen, again, this is obviously, it must be another time where I'm living on the planet of the people eaters when it comes to this show. Because yes, while y'all may have welcomed in Louis and all of that good stuff to start, be clear, the both of you all fed in to that whole he's weird and the whole video thing and all of that. Both of you all played into that and helped that grow legs. While y'all did include him and all of the rest of that stuff, y'all then, by way of Marge and all of her messiness that she had going on around there, y'all fed into that. So I'm not all the way mad at Louis seeing that and now feeling a way about you and saying exactly how the flying nickel he feel. I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. Yeah, y'all may have welcomed him, but then y'all turned around and fed into it and played into it and all of the rest of that stuff. Yeah, y'all was telling March not to say this and not to say that, but y'all still fed into it. So it's like whatever. But I don't care about that. Listen, I don't give two flying ish things on the shingle. Again, I say about the salamander, the bitch boy, know his wife. I'm so sick of that. Look, y'all need to go to family therapy. All right. Y'all need to go to family therapy. Y'all need to go to Jeffrey Gardia. Y'all need to go to some damn body. Y'all need to sit on somebody's couch and handle this as a family. I'm getting so sick and tired of y'all making y'all family drama the crux to y'all storyline because everybody over it at this point. Joe, we don't care. We don't care that you don't know how to hold your nuts and sit your sister down and be a damn man and y'all had that conversation. It shouldn't have to be between Melissa, your wife, and your sister. It shouldn't have to be. And I know y'all parents are looking, I know they turned over in their grave, they earn whatever the hell they in. Like, it shouldn't have to take y'all parents to come down here and make y'all be grown ass adults at this point when y'all are overgrown, rusty ass adults with churn of y'all damn own. Everybody around there need to grow up. Stop putting it all off on Teresa. Does Teresa share blame? Absolutely. Because Teresa got some ish with her too. But just because she got ish with her, don't make y'all innocent because y'all not. Moving on. Sick of that. See, anywho, Jen invites Danielle and her kids around there to her house child. So they call Teresa and she tells them about the conversation that she had with Marge. And she says, you know, yeah, her and Marge worked it out. They in a good place, so on and so forth, and blah, blah, blah. Again, y'all two sat there and made y'all storyline. But then again, I get it because Jen is involved in that with Teresa. So, I mean, I guess, okay, I'll make an allowance for that. Moving on. So they talk about Marge's ex-best friend, Laura, who called Jennifer I don't know when, but she kept calling Jennifer to talk about Marge. I assume to get some teas, or to spread Marge's teas because they not friends no more. And then Jennifer got Teresa to be a part of that. Now, what's funny is, didn't last season Jen get accused of doing something like that? And didn't Teresa have something to do with that last year too? Was this the same situation, or was that another situation? It seemed like I remember the two of them was being accused of digging up dirt on somebody. Who was it? Was it Evan? Was it Evan? I think it was Evan. Won't that malnourished Jackie's issue with her last season because she got accused of digging up dirt or something like that? And didn't Teresa have something to do with that too? Y'all got a bad habit of that, but you want to know something, Marge? I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't give a flying high hell what she dig up on you, because be clear, you did the exact same thing to her last season when it came down to between her and all of the cheatation that Bill got going on around there. You did the exact same thing. You brought it up amongst the rest of the group and caused that girl to have a mental breakdown. So I don't give a flying fuck what she got, what type of tea or dirt that she got on you. You better be glad that she nice. Because see, if it was me, everything that Laura would have told me, I would have spreaded it all on the goddamn cat. Every scene I had, I'd have always made sure to bring up some tidbit of tea or dirt that Laura dropped down on you, since you want to come down on me and my husband, since you want to play them games that's playing. See, moving on. Because again, somebody gonna get under the comments and try to take up for Melissa just to spite Teresa and Jen. And I'm telling y'all now, kill yourself. Moving on. Rachel at John's house. Moving on. No, listen. I ain't got no issues with Rachel or Danielle. Like I said, I don't mind the new girls, but it really wasn't much to that scene, Rachel. It was just us meeting your fine ass husband and his equally fine ass son, but that's all I could give him because he's 15. Y'all know there's a stigma around us gay folk anyhow, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. I ain't got no time. And seeing your cute little daughter and your cute little 3-month-old in y'all cute little house. Y'all live real modest, but it's cute. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't want people to call your house cute, but that's what it is. It's cute. But that's all I can give you, friend. Moving on. Marge is having a small girls' night with some of the ladies. Some new chick named Jen that I mean, the new Jen is she alright, but I don't know. I don't really know what it is about the new Jen. I ain't saying I don't like her, but she invited her, D-Lo, Lexi. Somebody else was there too. I can't think of who it was, but it was a small group. Malnourished Jackie was there. And it was I think two other ladies. It was small. You know, everybody won't invite. And they played a game that had to deal with like child, sexual escapades that I don't want to hear about with none of them ladies. Melissa, I don't want to hear how you feel guilty for sucking Joe's nuts. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. That's your husband. And then the other lady, I forgot what it was. Was it Marge who said that Joe wanted her to give him head while they was driving? And I'm just like, what the hell do y'all look? Don't invite us into y'all damn bedroom. Especially Joe. Girl. Joe Peen looked like it's uncircumcised, and the foreskin hang lower than the nut sacks do. Like, I don't even want to think about Marge sucking, doing none of that. Like, y'all keep that to yourself. Ew. I mean, if it was the Housewives talking about that, like if they was talking about that with Ralph or you know what I'm saying, or Todd, you know what I'm saying, or Ross or somebody like that. I mean, okay. If they were saying that about Devil Dick or somebody, all right. But moving on. Then here they go again, asking Melissa about how things went between her and the salamander, and they give different stories. The salamander said when they went to LA, it was all fine and dandy. But to let Melissa tell it, it was weird and awkward. They didn't have much conversation and all of the rest of that. I don't know what's true. Moving on. Jen gets brought up by Marge, and then she tells them about Teresa and, well, Jen and Teresa digging up dirt with Laura. And I feel like, and I ain't got no problem with Danielle, but I feel like Danielle was the mole that Marge was talking about. It was very evident. It was very evident. Was it Danielle or Rachel? Danielle, one of the new girls. Um, she was the mole. I believe it was either her or it was production. But production is always moles. So I mean, But I think it was her ass. I'm just gonna be real. But again, March, I don't care. Because last season you did the exact same thing to her. So it is what it is. Moving on. Um, talking about some you girl, I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it be. So D-Lo and Big Paulie have lunch. I like Big Paulie. You know what I'm saying? I like Big Paulie, and I like Big Paulie for D-Lo. And D-Lo, forget how Frank feels. Nobody care about Frank's feelings. Who cares if, listen, I wouldn't give a flying hell if Frank liked him, hated him, despised him. It wouldn't matter to me. I mean, but that's just me. Quit worrying about Big Frank. Don't Frank got a woman? Moving on. Girl, go be happy with Big Paulie. Anywho, because I like Big Paulie. So, child, who is this? So the ladies getting the invitations to Teresa's wedding, and I already talked about that. It was real. It was a cute invitation set on, beautiful flowers and all that, in a nice little box. And I think the invites itself was like a little glass temperament, kind of like sort of. It was cute for what it was, but I told y'all she's redoing it because Ramona posted it on social media, and Teresa wants this to be private. I mean, you talking about it on a nationally syndicated reality show, but you want it to be private. So like I say, that's the salamander money. She can do what she want. Moving on. Um, Melissa, Melissa and the bitch boy get their invitations, and instead of just accepting the invitations, they want to make it all about their family problems. That I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. If y'all can't sit and have this conversation with the salamander, we not therapist, child. We can't do nothing for y'all. Moving on. So Danielle is having how they say it, mozzarella, mozzarella girl, but they call it mozzarella, however they call it, child. Anywho, she's having a party for them to learn how to make mozzarella or whatever the case may be. I thought it was cute, and she invited all the ladies except for malnourished ass Jackie, and I won't mad at it. I know a lot of people probably is going to feel a way about Danielle not inviting Jackie, considering that she's new, but I'm not mad at her for not inviting her ass. Because be clear, she was looking at her up and down and studying her like, does she fit? Does she belong? Girl, do you fit? Do you belong? Hell no, because you got demoted. Child. Moving on. Um, so I think this was Rachel. And Rachel was talking about how at D-Lo's calendar event, when she was telling them about what was going on between her and D-Lo, how Jennifer snapped at her when Rachel was saying, well, do you think you was being hypocritical? Because you kind of was. And I was telling Rachel she need to mind her business and stay out of that. In the middle of them talking about that, because, I guess Rachel wanted to get some type of understanding with Jen, and I wasn't mad at it because they don't know each other. And in the middle of them talking about that, Marge jumps in and asks, well, what caused that whole conversation to come about altogether? So Jen says, well, she was asking, what was the situation between me and D-Lo? Well, all of that happened last season. And she was giving her the rundown about what happened. And she said, well, what made her call you a hypocrite or felt like you was being a hypocrite or whatever the case may be? And so I think Marge was like, well, how did the hypocrite get into it or something like that? And then that's when she answered and she was like, well, no, she's referring to what happened last year. And so then Marge says, well, that happened last year. Let it go. Let it go. Why are you bringing it up? Again, unless I'm just stupid as hell. The situation that went on down to the party stemmed from last season. She asks, well, you don't think that you was being a hypocrite considering da 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 da? And so then you ask, well, where did that came from? And she says it's about the situation that happened last year. I don't consider that her bringing it up. She didn't bring it up. To me, she didn't bring it up. She was asked the question and she answered it. So, I mean, it just is what, and even if she did, who cares? Moving on. Because listen, this is my thing with Margaret. Again, I ain't saying who should be led to the firing squad with a pink slip, blindfolded with a cigarette in their mouth. But, but for real, Marge, if she wasn't talking about that, what storyline would you have? And if I mean, I'm just saying, Margaret, it just seems as if holding on to something with Jennifer is giving you relevance of being here. That's just my opinion, but whatever. Marge talks about Jen. No, Marge talks to Jen about her feelings, about her and Teresa meeting with Laura. Like I said, Marge, I don't care. Okay, I don't care. Because last season you brought up her marital issues unasked, unwarranted, and you didn't need to do it, but you did it anyway. So I just feel like you only getting back what you laid out there. It is what it is, girl. Fuck your damn feelings. I'm sure you feel the same way she felt when you brought that up about her and Bill's cheatation last season. So she knows how you feel. The same way she felt last season when you did it to her. Moving on. So D'Lo and Jen finally get an understanding with each other, thanks to Margaret. Margaret, listen, Margaret did a hell of a job setting up that damn argument. She did. Margaret did a hell of a job setting up that argument. Child, I guess she another Giselle, and that's why she's still here. But at least D'Lo and Jen came to a common understanding, which is we're not going to be friends like we once was. We're never going to be close like that again, but we can be cordial. And D'Lo's whole thing is I could be around you and not strangle you, from here on out. I'm fine with that, even though I'm kind of sad because I did want their friendship to go, but fine. At least they came to an understanding of some sort, I guess. So then Teresa brings up the seating arrangement, also thanks to messy ass Margaret. And then Melissa and Teresa get into it because of it. And I don't care about that. Again, I don't care about that. If the bitch boy and the salamander cannot sit down and talk about this, then I don't care. Like I say, we not nobody therapist, child. I don't care. I don't care. To let me tell her, all of y'all just need to get the hell over it and move on. But I mean, you can't do that. I mean, especially Joe and Melissa, because if they let that go, then what would they have? What storyline would they have? What would they give us? That's it. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give y'all. That was last night's episode. I'm shocked I pulled out 23 minutes, but I did. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. In my opinion, they need to let it go. Melissa, Teresa, Joe, all of them. Let it go. Let it go. And find a new damn storyline. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm gone. Bye.